Hello and welcome to the Boomtown Hoops post-game show. I'm your host, Bobby Howard. With me today, we got Cody Beat, and we're here to break down the Thunder's 123-102 loss to the Chicago Bulls and Billy Donovan. But let's just be real, this was Zach LaVine's night. Cody, what happened to the Thunder, a team we saw really look fantastic against Memphis on Sunday, just completely flat tonight?
Yeah, I think they kind of just came back to the mean as far as the type of players that have been thrown out there. When you have Moses Brown, Pokashevsky, and some of those other guys out there getting tons of run, inexperienced NBA players, I mean, this is just bound to happen, especially when someone like Zach LaVine, a first-time All-Star this year, gets going, had 40 before halfway through the third quarter. Him and Lauri Markkanen really set the tone early. And I think what really kind of did the Thunder in the second half was they outscored the Thunder 31-16 in the third quarter. And so we were talking before we hopped on here, it's kind of odd to see a Billy Donovan team come out in the third and light it up, but it ended up happening tonight and just was not the Thunder's night, that's for sure.
Turns out it wasn't him, it was us all along. It's sad. It's always sad to be the one that was wrong in the relationship. But, you know, just a tough game for the Thunder. I know if you look at some of the stats, you're like, oh, Shea scored 28 turnovers. Really, the only true amazing piece for the Thunder tonight was Moses Brown, fresh off of his G League assignment, 20 points, 16 rebounds. The guy's out here playing like it's the Lakeland Magic or something. Really, or the Windy City Bulls, not the actual Chicago Bulls. What was up with Moses tonight? He was having an incredible performance.
Yeah, he was just feasting. The Bulls aren't really known for having just an interior presence, other than, I mean, we got Wendell Carter and Markkanen and Thaddeus Youngkin getting down there if it's a small ball lineup or something like that. But Moses was really able to use his athleticism tonight, getting to the rim. He had a lot of those rebounds where he missed a shot or two, and then he got a couple offensive rebounds, and so kind of stat padding like Ennis used to do when he was with the Thunder. But he had a great game. Didn't really know too much about him before we signed him this offseason. Didn't realize that he was so highly regarded as a recruit coming out of high school. I think he was in the top 15 in high school recruits in Darius Baisley's class, and I think Baisley was like 13 in that class. So highly regarded coming out of high school, and it's good to see Presti finding another big athletic guy that can maybe do something in the future for the center position.
I mean, he is another example of a guy Presti loves. He loves these guys who were highly regarded out of high school, like you mentioned, who maybe have not been great down the line. Lou Dort was the same way. He was a 5-star guy, all-American type of player. Just really didn't do a ton at Arizona State, really lagged on his shot. But Presti keyed in on that. He sees beyond what they can do in 1 or 2 years in college. And that is definitely something, he apparently has seen with Moses Brown, who has been really refreshing. He was really exciting to see it in the G League stage, but to see him do it on an NBA court, that is really cool for sure. We got our guy Sean here asking to convert Moses to a full-way contract. I think I could see that happening. He's the only true center we really have on this roster. Al Horford, definitely more of a stretch type of guy, but I like the way Moses goes here. A lot of noticeable mentions here. No Lou Dort, as I haven't mentioned yet, but as Sean and Wash have mentioned, no Lou Dort, very much a big missing piece here tonight. Don't you think he could have probably slowed down Zach LaVine a little bit tonight?
Yeah, I mean, you look at any star player that Dort has gone up against this year, he definitely, if he's not going to stop them, he's definitely going to limit him. And so, I think definitely having an on-ball defender like Lou Dort on Zach LaVine would have been I don't know if the game would have necessarily had a different outcome, but I don't think LaVine would have had 40 through the third quarter. That's for sure. I mean, if he did, power to him. I mean, that man would have been hitting some really tough shots. So,
the game came easy to LaVine tonight. 15 for 20 from the field, 7 for 12 from the 3-point line, perfect 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Wow, that's tough. And a plus 36 in plus minus as well. So the guy is really taken a leap up to I would call him a kind of a minor star. He's almost there. He's definitely higher than where Shea is, but he's not quite a star to me. What do you feel about Levine and the overall landscape of the NBA?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously first time All Star this year, uh, putting up crazy numbers. He's putting up numbers that no Bull has done since Michael Jordan, and so whenever he's in that company, he's playing really well. But yeah, I think you're exactly right. I mean, he's definitely not like a full blown superstar, but he's definitely like a 1A, almost how like whenever Russ was kind of coming up with KD, it was KD was the guy, and Russ is more of like that Batman role. I think that if Levine could find his way to another team and he could be a bat or be a Robin to someone's Batman, I think that you would definitely see his ceiling even grow more. But yeah, he's kind of, I mean, even a completely different player, but almost like a Vucevic in Orlando. Someone's got to do all the dirty work and all the scoring and stuff like that on a pretty bad team. And so Levine's doing that, and he's doing it awesomely. Great haul in that Jimmy Butler trade. It looks a lot better now than it did originally.
Definitely, it aged very, very well, like a fine wine or a nice, one of those cheeses that are supposed to age. That's definitely the case with Levine. Let's talk about a couple of our guys that did really well. We got a lot of mentions in the chat for both Ty Jerome and Kenny Hustle. Kenny had a pretty solid game, 14 points, 6 for 9 shooting. That's nice. And perfect 2 for 2 from the 3-point line. So Kenny Hustle, definitely a bit of a piece. Do you try to get rid of him or try to keep him? What would you, if you were Sam Presti, what would you do with Kenny Hustle?
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be garnering some sort of trade discussions. I don't know what they're looking for. It's not like there's a story that broke tonight from Kevin O'Connor that the Thunder and Heat are in discussions on a Trevor Ariza deal. I mean, if I'm the Heat, I think I'd rather have Kenny Hustle than Trevor Ariza right now. I mean, you don't know what type of shape Ariza's in, and Kenny Hustle's having career year right now. But yeah, I mean, if you don't get what you want for him, then you just keep the minimum contract around, and then maybe he gets better and you trade him sometime next year.
Yeah, I love Kenny Hustle. I'd love to keep him around, but if he went to the Heat and wore those light blue and pink uniforms with the Dallas booty with it, I mean, can you imagine a more incredible sight than that?
Hey, I think his one with our jerseys this year that kind of look like NASCAR uniforms and his Dallas booty, I think that's what he looks the best in. But
exactly.
Yeah, that cotton candy jersey would be pretty fire too.
We need to petition the league to let him wear like those one like the single like kind of screen NASCAR neon sunglasses, just the single glass look. Him strolling in, I mean, I just so intimidating. He would overwrite like years of fashion genius from Russell Westbrook if he just walked in with a cheap pair of like really retro Oakleys or something.
Yeah, another one that would be funny is if he walks in like Kenny Powers when he's La Palma Blanca and he has the white suit on.
Even better. I love it. Oh, they said they lost me. Oh no, that's not good. How bad have you lost me? Am I still here? Cody, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, we're good. I don't know if they were just saying I was going nuts there. I probably was. Let's talk a little bit about Ty Jerome. Pretty solid game. 4 for 7 from the field. 11 points. How are you? Do you like him in that kind of backup role? Really running the offense with the absence of Hamidou Diallo due to, the obvious trade to a place we don't want to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's more of a traditional point guard, and so that's kind of nice to have that as your kind of your commander of the second unit. Very smart IQ-wise. It's not super athletic. We've definitely come to realize that, but what he makes up for in his athleticism, he has great vision on the court, can pass the ball really well, and so yeah, I mean, I think it's him getting a lot more minutes with Hamidou being in Detroit. I think is going to be interesting this season, and really, one of the bigger trade pieces from that Chris Paul trade. Obviously, we got the first round pick and Kelly Oubre sent over after that. But yeah, I mean, I think Ty Jerome was a guy that Presti was probably targeting if he wasn't able to get a pick from this draft. I think Ty Jerome was up high on his list, obviously. So
for sure. Quick note from the comments here. Yeah, let's not bring Myers Leonard onto the team. No, I'm out.
Maybe like Kendrick Nunn or something. I don't
Kendrick
know.
Nunn?
Or maybe they can just take their protections off of a lottery protected pick that we have of theirs.
I'd be okay with that. I'm okay with taking the protections off with 2023. That should be a pretty good draft. So I'm cool with that. But looking ahead, we got the Atlanta Hawks on Thursday at State Farm Arena. Last time out, weird uniform situation. Hopefully they've sorted that out. But do you see the Thunder bouncing back in ATL?
I think it kind of depends on what guys that sat out this game, if they're going to be available to play. Dort, Baisley, Horford. There's some other people out, I think, too. It was just you basically have a G League running out there. But yeah, I mean, if you get Dort out there, instantly your defense is going to get a lot better. If Horford's playing, you're going to be able to stretch the floor and open up driving lanes for Shea. So yeah, I mean, I think they can bounce back. They're on a 4-game road trip, and so it's going to be a tough go. But yeah, I think it should be a good game for sure. What about you?
Yeah, I think it'll be. That's kind of the perfect situation for a bounce back. It'll be interesting to see if Bays comes back. Wash asked about this. I don't know what's up with him. If it's a sitting thing, if it's some sort of trade deal, which I've heard some people talk about. I think it's way too early to trade him. I don't know if that's the right move because he's not even close to expiring yet. And I still think he can definitely go into a different, onto a different level. And it's still kind of far away from the deadline. So I think we'll see Baisley again. Hopefully he'll be ready for Atlanta. But I did see something in the comments, and I gotta hit it. I am so sorry to everyone else, but we're playing Gallo. We gotta play the Gallo song. Also, Sean called for it. But I agree with him. If it helps out the 2021 pick, sure, whatever. If we get some good asset for it, I'm in. But we'll see how it all plays out. That trade deadline, going to be a fun show for sure. Well, Cody, any final thoughts before we head out for the evening?
No, I think we kind of touched on everything about this game. We're seeing a lot of some interesting rotations, I'll say the least, after this All-Star break. So kind of looks like we're kind of getting to see what the organization's wanting to do as far as the second half of the year, resting some guys on back-to-backs. Horford is, obviously resting. Mike Muscala's played 12 minutes since the All-Star break. So just get prepared, guys. It looks like there might be some movement coming in this next week and a half. So make sure you guys are following us, heading over to the Boomtown Hoops Discord. We're there all the time. So we'd love to have you guys join us.
Yeah, absolutely. Hit up that Discord. If you love chatting with us here in the comments section, definitely hit up that Discord. It is a must. We are just hanging out all the time, talking some good Thunder hoops all the time. So, hey, if we ever miss one of these, you know where to find us. We're right there on the Discord. You can talk with us anytime, during the game, after the game, randomly during a lunch break on a Wednesday. We're here for you. But, Cody, thank you so much for joining me for this very lackluster game on a Tuesday night. But it's always fun chit-chatting.
For sure, man.
Absolutely. And thank you to all of y'all who tuned in tonight. Always means the world to us. And we'll see you on Thursday night. Have a good one. Have a good St. Patrick's Day. Thunder up.